guys, welcome back to the Business of Art. Today I want to go over some tips about how to calculate shipping. When you're shipping your artwork or really anything, there are a few things that can kind of help you out, and it can be a little daunting when you're first starting to even guess how much the shipping might be. So first of all, if you're in the United States, I have found through my research and trial and error, USPS to the majority of the time be the best on shipping. Now, I'm not talking about shipping extremely large things. If your paintings are over 5 feet, then I believe you're going to have to go to UPS or FedEx or somewhere else. And then for international shipping specifically, it might be a little different as well. But for general, you know, an 8 by 10 to a 16 by 20, etc., USPS is most often the best. Okay, and then the second thing is your packaging is going to affect the cost. And sometimes it can be the difference between like 1 ounce or even a half an ounce, and you bump up to the next pricing. So keep that in mind. If you're using, like I use my parchment paper and then cardboard and then bubble wrap and then the packaging, right, the outside box or whatever. So keep that all in mind. You can use thinner cardboard. If some cardboard is really thick and actually weighs more. So things like that can really greatly affect your weight and then your pricing. And you don't want to have unnecessary, obviously you want to have your paintings protected and packaged very well, but you don't want to have unnecessary things in there that are just add to the weight. So that's the second thing, is take all the factors into mind. And then when you're using a shipping calculator, say on USPS or Etsy has actually a calculator for you, and I'm sure some other selling sites do as well. Factor in the weight including the packaging as well as the size including the packaging. So you may take your painting and maybe your painting weighs 1 pound, let's say, but with all the packaging and whatnot, it weighs 1.5 pounds, plus it's an extra 4 inches long, you know. So take all of those factors into account so that you don't gyp yourself on shipping. You want to make sure that you're actually getting as much as you need. An additional thing is you can always add in a handling fee. So the handling fee would just cover basically the actual cost of the packaging. So say the paintings cost $10 to ship. You could put in a handling fee of $2, and that can be basically your cost for the bubble wrap and the, you know, cardboard and whatever else you're using would be that handling fee. And then lastly, it would be wise to get a scale. And if you're in the US, you can get one from the post office. It's pretty inexpensive and it's extremely accurate. I think it's like $25. So it's pretty inexpensive if you're doing a lot of shipping. And once again, with that, you would want to package everything up and then weigh it. And then the USPS website can give you your a pretty close estimate of how much it's going to cost. When you're just starting out, there is going to be some trial and error. You'll probably undercharge for shipping, and you'll probably overcharge for shipping here and there. So use that experience and don't stress about it too much in the beginning. I would say in the beginning, if you want, go over what you think you're going to need to. If you think, hey, this weighs about 1 pound, put 1.5 pounds. If you know, or add a couple bucks for a handling fee, you know what I mean? And in most cases, it shouldn't really matter if you lose a couple dollars on shipping. It shouldn't generally kill you. If you're way off to where you're losing like $20 on shipping, you're probably doing something else wrong. But figure the first few will be a bit of a trial and error. And then international shipping is a whole nother ball game, but USPS does have a calculator as well for international shipping. So I would do that too, is weigh your item, or at least get your best guess for weight, and then go in on the USPS website. And I think you can also do the same on FedEx and UPS and put in your dimensions and your weight and everything and see which would be the best. One final tip actually is, especially with international, I do recommend that you insure your items that you're shipping, because once it leaves the US, or if you're in another country, same thing, once it leaves your country, there's no more tracking for it. And if it gets lost somewhere along the way, you could be out several $100s. So I do recommend internationally always getting some additional insurance for that. So I hope this was helpful, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and otherwise I will see you guys next time.